Aloha! It's your boy Neglected Gundam, and today we will be unboxing the Master Grade Tallgeese Fluegel. Now I'm really excited about this kit. It is one of my favorites. I love the Tallgeese, and then you put wings on it and it gets even cooler. Okay, so the first thing you're going to see is the Tallgeese Fluegel in an awesome action pose on the front of the box. If I tilt the box up, you're going to see just his name on the side there. The picture does extend, which is pretty cool. The wing comes down here. That's pretty cool. On the side, you're going to see that it comes from Bluefin. All the extra information, Master Grade, Tallgeese Fluegel. And then you're going to see this to show that it comes from Endless Waltz. However, this is from Frozen Teardrop, I believe. You get all the caution signs on that side. And the same thing from the other side here. Okay, let's open her up and see what's inside. I'm very sure that it's going to have parts from the original Tallgeese. It's going to have parts from the Master Grade Wing Gundam Zero Verka. Let's find out what it has in there. I know it will have some new parts like the lance that you see here. And it also has a halberd as well, so new parts. Let's open it up and see what we have. Okay, so right off the bat, the first thing you're going to see is this large sheet of water slide decals. These are the best decals in my opinion. And then you have the A runner. I'm going to go ahead and open these bags and show you what they look like inside in a little bit, but we'll just go see the layout of what they have. Here you have these awesome wings. Get the XD runner, so it looks like they have a little bit of new parts for the booster there, and this might be for the halberd as well. That's pretty cool. Shoulder joints, leg stuff, waist stuff, pretty cool. This looks like this comes straight from the Wing Gundam Zero. This is the Verka. Cool, we'll get into more of that later. More wings. Cool. Oh yeah, the iconic shield for the Tallgeese. I love it. Love that shield. And you get some feathers here. Really cool. Looks like a piece for the halberd. So this piece of plastic might be all new. That's cool. This is definitely new. That really, really cool crest that he has on the front of his wings. That's awesome. I love it. Cool. Looks like this is the new lance, and then if you flip it over, it looks like it has some older parts from the old Tallgeese there. So we'll look at that. And last but not least, we do have the instruction manual. Gonna zoom. There we go. Front and back. We have the part list. Cool, and just how to build it. Very cool. One thing I'm interested in is the part list. So it looks like we have a lot of X's here of parts that we will not use, wings and things like that. If we come over here, there are a lot of pieces that we are not going to use. Very cool. So when you buy the Tallgeese Fluegel, you're going to have a lot of leftover plastic. Really cool for scratch building. Cool. That's one of the best things about P-Bandai kits, is you get these water slide decals. Okay, so first off we have the A runner. This runner comes from 2012, so this is actually from the original Tallgeese, and it even has the original Tallgeese plume. So that's pretty cool. Okay, here we have runner B1. This is just going to be the outside armor pieces for Tallgeese, and it looks like a piece fell off of my runner. Only because I bought it and it was transferred to Hawaii for the first time, and then when I moved back from Hawaii, transferred it back, so this piece must have broken loose. Runner B2, outer armor. Okay, these are runners C1 and C2. These come from the Verka kit, and some of these wings we won't even use. these front wings we won't use. So if you have a scratch building project in mind, go ahead, use those wings. Pretty cool. Here I have runner C1. This is going to be inner frame. Here's C2. This is going to be a lot of the leg pieces, some of the arm pieces, and some thrusters. Okay, runner D. Runner D looks like it's going to be some fingers, hands, it's going to be the shoulder joints, and then also some foot armor. 2 runner Ds for the wings from the Wing Gundam Zero Verka suit. Runner E, it's going to be inner frame. Runner F. Okay, here we have G1. This is going to be all the parts from the original Tallgeese. So a lot of these parts you're not going to use, like these backpack thrusters. This runner is just some of the main armor. H1. Then we have runners I1 and I2 put together. A lot of these pieces aren't going to be used as we are not going to be building the verniers. But we do have his Dober gun here. So these 2 pieces are pretty cool. These are the wing binders that hold the wings on to the Wing Gundam Zero Custom. And this is the Verka. This came out in 2020. Yep, 2020. And you also have pieces to the Buster Rifle. Very cool. We have the beam sabers here, SB4. These were made back in 2000. If it's not broke, don't fix it, I guess. Okay, then we have the XA parts. These are going to be the all new wing parts for the Tallgeese. And if we look at the date, it is 2021. So these are brand new. Very cool to see new parts. And again, cool to see some new plastic. This is going to be XB1. These are going to be the new wing bits. Very cool. Here we have XB2. So this is going to be the new heat lance and the new feather design. It's really cool. Runner XC1. So this is going to be for the lance, which is a really cool weapon. Made in 2021. Here we have runner XC2. This is really cool. This is for the halberd. It's a really cool weapon. Here we have runner XD. So these are going to be the new parts as well, and this is going to be like the new verniers. They go underneath the long straight wings on his back. You have some poles here for the halberd and the heat lance. Now we have XE1, and I love this runner with the crest on the front of the wings, and then even here is an accent color on the top of the wings as well. Very cool. We do have XE2, and this is going to be the new plume for Tallgeese, goes on top of his head. Really cool part. Love that. We have one set of polycaps. This part's actually really cool, and for someone who hasn't built the Tallgeese before, this makes the gun really cool because this spring actually is inside the gun, and it has a spring mechanism that allows the barrel to move backwards, and then it looks as if it could project the bullet casing from the back of the gun, so it's pretty cool. Here we have a set of decals. So these long yellow ones are going to be for the verniers, but we won't be using those. We do have the eye camera, and then some smaller holes around the kit on the armor. You just put those inside. Okay, now that we've looked at all the pieces for the Fluegel, let's go ahead and get a built one out here. Okay, so if you buy the Tallgeese Fluegel, you're going to have a lot of leftover plastic. Like I said when we looked in the instruction manual, you have all of this that's left over. So if you are a scratch builder, you're going to love that. Okay, so here we have some wing pieces. thrusters to the vernier. The verniers themselves, so you pretty much have the whole set of the verniers. This is Wing Gundam Zero Verka, his weapons here, the Buster Rifle. More Buster Rifle parts. The inner frame to the verniers. More vernier parts. Enough for 2 of them. Really cool wings for scratch building if you're into that. Again, you have the plume on the top of Tallgeese's head and more vernier parts. More wings. Vernier parts and a little disc that goes on the back of Tallgeese's back. Some inner frame parts that you're not going to use for the original Tallgeese. Verniers again, and some poly caps. So there are a lot of parts that are not used, so there's a lot of plastic inside this kit, so it's definitely worth the price tag. Alright, so this is everything that comes in the box. If you are a person that likes to do full loadouts on your kits, you can. This is pretty cool. He can hold the halberd in one hand. The shield is actually holding the lance there. If you wanted to, the shield could hold the lance, and then he could be holding a beam saber. And then also the Dober gun back there as well. And then you do have 2 beam sabers in the wings, the big wings back here as well. You have 2 beam sabers, and he just looks so majestic with his wings. I mean, Tallgeese has never looked better in my opinion. I love this suit. It is my favorite Tallgeese to date. So these 2 hands here are going to be closed fist hands. These, you do have 2 trigger finger hands, so you can hold guns in both hands if he had 2 guns for whatever reason. We have the old beam saber holding hands here. So it does have this rather large block that slots into the beam sabers. We have his expressive open hands, and then this is the other one that holds the new weapons. So this slot is a lot more narrow and longer than the ones in these hands here. And so that allows him to hold on to the lance and the halberd, and then also the Verka handles for the beam sabers. And last but not least, we do have the figure of Zex Marquise. There is one sitting down, but he's already inside the pilot seat in Tallgeese. So you do have this one. And it's kind of weird with the time frame that they wouldn't include a Milliardo Peacecraft. But if you think about it, it's not too weird because this is what was molded with the original Tallgeese. So here we do have Zex Marquise. And just for comparison, we do have one that's painted right next to it. One cool thing about this guy is his long hair. Okay, and then just for comparison's sake, here he is next to a painted Master Grade Tallgeese TV version. They both look so awesome. I love Tallgeese so much. I really wish that they'd make a straight out of the box TV version so you can just snap it up and have the colors, but I painted this guy because I love the TV version. But I love the Tallgeese. It's just such a classic design, and it's just, I think it has to do with how elegant it looks, and then also that his pilot really just has a value of honor. Okay, so what are my plans for this Tallgeese here? So actually, I have 2 of them that I own right now. I think right now Premium Bandai has it to where you can pre-order some Fluegels. So I think it's still open too. So if you guys wanted some Fluegels, now is a good time to get some. I got 2 more. So that will be a build that will come in the future. I'm really excited for that build, especially with the new release of the real grade Epyon. I'm in the mood to paint some Epyons, so that'll be really cool. And I would like to paint 2 of them in the Epyon colors and sell one. And then the other 2 that are coming, I'm going to paint it just as you see it in front of it with this color scheme, but I'm just going to make it painted. So that'll be cool. I'll do 2 of those as well and sell one as well. So if you guys want to buy a painted Tallgeese, let me know. Alright, I just want to say thank you for watching this video today. If you made it all the way through, I really do appreciate it. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it. If you want to comment about it, I will go ahead and comment back to you. If you want to go ahead and go on this journey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because we have a lot of builds we're going to be doing. Welcome to the channel, and until next time, I hope you don't feel that neglected now.